Ladies and gentlemen, the main event is here. Ladies and gentlemen, the main event is here. Call it in the ring.
Call it in the ring. Call it in the ring.
Welcome to Two Kings TV. This is Call It in the Ring. Not just another wrestling podcast.
What's good, y'all? What's good, everybody? And welcome back to Call It in the Ring, not just another wrestling podcast. I am your host, Ron the Don. And as always, I'm joined here by my guy, my ace, my co-host, Lord Thapheus.
What's up? What's up?
What's good, yo? We coming back again with another Raw review for you. We're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw in Hershey, PA, and we're gonna roll right into it. All right, so on Raw on Monday, really it was just really was more so talking about John Cena's last match and that Saturday night main event, and we're gonna touch on our thoughts on that show a little bit. But basically, the opening segment was your guy Gunther, well, my guy Gunther, and the fallout of the match between him and John Cena, which I thought was a pretty decent match. I thought it was actually a good match. The finish was a little bit questionable. I'm not sure if you saw anything online, but I've been seeing a lot of mixed reviews online. A lot of people are split on the finish of the John Cena match with Gunther. Some people like the finish. Some people don't like the finish. Some people like John Cena didn't really sell it as much. You know, it's a lot of mixed reviews. But Gunther came out. He looked like $1 million to me. He just soaked in all that heat, man. He soaked that heat in, and to me, he got the right heat. It wasn't like go away heat, like get out of here. He took advantage of the moment, and he got booed. He got booed out the building, but he ain't going nowhere. He got booed out the building. They booed the crap out of him, but he just went in there, and you know what? He could have cut a long promo, but I don't think he needed to. I think the point was already proven. He said he was going to have that man tap out and give up. That's what John Cena did. He gave up. He had him tap. He had him tap out like a little bitch. That's what happened. That's what happened. That is what happened. And he walked off. So before we even keep going, what were your thoughts on Gunther's promo?
I liked it. He's my guy too. He is probably the only person of this era that I believe. He's the only person, and it's refreshing to see him because we have a lot of veterans hanging around that's holding the show up on their shoulders.
Yeah.
And we need somebody from a newer era to also be a part of the show to help lift the show.
Yeah.
And Gunther's doing that. For a lot of people are mad about Jey Uso. It seems like they had to make a choice between Jey Uso and Gunther, and I think they made the right decision.
I think so too.
He's prime time, man.
Absolutely.
He's prime time.
He's must see.
I do disagree with the promo. I felt like he should have said more. He could have said more, but I'm not mad at it. I see what he's doing. He really just came out to mess with the crowd.
That's it.
He didn't really have anything to say other than, hey, I did what I said I was going to do.
And
I made him tap out like a little, and
I'm out.
And then he left.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. No match. No, nothing else.
Nothing else needed to be said. I thought it was perfect. I thought he went out there. He got like I said, he got the right amount of heat. They wanted to boo him. They did. He soaked it in. Said what he had to say. Because he really could have cut a long promo and really stayed longer and really done more, but he didn't need to. I don't think he needed to. I think he was just short and sweet. He was like, look, I'm going to give you just a little bit. And then he came back out again, got on the table, and he was like, what y'all booing for? Like, what's the problem? I feel like now, to me, and you correct me if I'm wrong, I think now he's one of the top heels. Or if not, or the top heel. Yeah, I think he is the top heel. Yeah, I think he's the top heel of the company right now.
He's the top heel. Yeah, absolutely. By far.
Yeah.
Easily.
Easily.
Yeah.
And then so he leaves, and then of course the baby faces in the back, they looking at him mean mugging him, and so he'll probably have a match with Otis and Akira Tozawa. It's going to be some squash matches, which that's perfectly fine. You know, have him go out there and just squash people at this point. I did think it was interesting with Adam Pearce when he basically called him an a-hole and basically said that he was disrespecting Cena's legacy and told him to go home for the night. I was just like, I don't know why you're going to tell one of your top guys to go home for the night. Okay. And then what I thought was also interesting was AJ Styles was waiting for Gunther at the car. So to me, it looks like that's going to set up a program between them two down the line, maybe WrestleMania. We don't know, because as has been speculation, is that AJ is talking about retiring next year. So he's also talking about being the next one up to retire. So it may be a situation where Gunther retires AJ, which that's just another person that he could put that feather on his cap. Like, look, I'm retiring him. And we talked about this on the last episode about, Gunther can be the new legend killer, because there are quite a few people that are, at the tail end of their career, and Gunther could be that legend killer and take out these legends. You know what I'm saying? You still have AJ Styles, you have Brock Lesnar, you have potentially Randy Orton. He could be the one to take these guys out, and that's just another feather in his cap, because Gunther, he's what, 38? He's not an old guy, so he still has quite a few years left. You know what I'm saying? I think it's good. I'm glad that just talking about the match with Cena and Gunther, I think he got the right rub. I think he had everything to benefit, because we did talk about this before about, you brought it up saying, like, is John Cena going to lose his last two matches? Should he lose his last two matches? And that's what happened. He lost his last two matches.
It just so happened to end up that way because he had that belt. I think if he didn't have the belt, he wouldn't have lost both matches on the way out. But he had to lose the belt, and he had to lose the Gunther. So it's just how it played out.
And honestly, Gunther didn't need the Intercontinental title. He already was one of the longest Intercontinental champions. He didn't need it.
Yeah, you don't go back. He needs to keep going for the main chip, not that one. He doesn't need that.
Yeah. So all right. So before we keep going, what were your thoughts on the Gunther and John Cena match?
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't get a chance to watch the pay-per-view.
You didn't miss much, but everything was really surrounded around that. I mean, you really didn't. I mean, everything was surrounded by the match. I know you saw online what was going on, but yes, a lot of people were.
I heard most people, I wouldn't even say it was 50-50. I would say most people didn't like it. Most people were really talking smack about that pay-per-view and the last one, and how it just wasn't good, and the match wasn't good, and the finish wasn't good. I seen footage online. Triple H came out, got booed.
Yeah.
People chanting "you suck."
So it was
chanting "you effed up."
It was a glorified house show. I will say that. It was a glorified house show.
Yeah.
I did not like the crowd, honestly. I didn't like the crowd until the very end. I thought the crowd was whack. That was just me personally. But
and I think a lot of people, because John Cena's been doing a lot of interviews, and a lot of people are hearing what he's saying, especially when he came out and said that he had offered them 220 dates. And they said, oh, we just need you for 36.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people they feel like that was a poor decision on WWE's part.
It was.
A legend like this guy that's been holding it down for 25 years, your biggest star, arguably ever.
Yeah, you had nothing for him.
Is offering you, hey, my last year, I want to do something that's never been done before. I want to go on a retirement run, not just have a retirement match at WrestleMania, because he could have did that.
Yeah.
No, I want to come back for a year and have a retirement run and be on the full schedule, be at every show, be at every house show, just be one of the boys again in the back and travel with the boys again for a year. And you told that man, no, we just need you for 36 dates.
Yeah. Like, why couldn't it be a happy medium? Like, okay, if we don't want him to do the whole 200 day, okay, I could get that. He's an older guy, he has other commitments. Okay, we couldn't have got 50. We couldn't have got 60. We could have, you know, I'm like, we could have
They
got
should have
something.
taken the 120 something
Yeah, we
dates
could have
that
got
he
half.
offered them. Bro.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the last we're gonna see him. Take the dates. It will be reminiscent of the times when he was actually a full timer. Basically, he said, "I want to come back and be a full timer for my last
and they
year."
said, "Nah,
And they
bro,
told
you
him, "No,
old, you old, get out of
we
here."
just need you part time."
But that's how you could. That's how you
just
know they didn't
terrible.
have nothing for him. They had, and we talked about this.
Terrible.
They had nothing for Cena. Nothing for this man to be your top guy for so many years. You had nothing for him. But you know what? To honestly and truly, WWE does not know how to do retirement anything. Because look what they did to Kurt Angle. They had his last match be with Baron Corbin. Everybody hated that when it should have been Cena at that time. But they didn't do him well either. So I didn't really have much faith in WWE doing a proper retirement tour anyway for anybody. There was a glimmer of hope with the heel turn, but again, WWE is a company that just likes moments. They just big on moments and nothing to follow up on that moment, which we saw unfold. Back to the match. The match was a good match. It was a good back and forth match. It was just the ending was the problem because when John Cena tapped out, he was actually like smiling when Gunther had him in the sleeper hold. He was smiling. And then he just kind of did like a little he just did a little tap here. A lot of people feel like he should have passed out instead of tapping out because it's like the biggest issue was you had this man, his whole career was never give up. And then you had him give up his last match.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm not either.
For his retirement match, I'm not mad at that. I haven't seen the match, so I don't know how good or bad it was. But I'm not mad at that. I think that's how he's supposed to go out.
Yeah.
Because that's the perfect ending of the chapter. Never give up, never give up. And then finally, on my last match, I give up.
I give up.
And then I walk out
that's
and you
it.
never see me again in
Yeah.
the ring.
Yeah.
So I get that. I like that aspect of it, but I don't know. Again, I don't know. I heard it was a terrible PLE. And I don't know if people are saying the match was terrible as much as they're just looking at the whole year in reflection and saying, "Man, y'all really messed up this year."
It's the whole year reflection. It
You know
wasn't
what I'm
a
saying?
bad
Like,
match.
because when Cena came out and confirmed that he was trying to come back full time, that really hurt a lot of people.
Yeah.
That hurt. Like the internet started like, "What?
Yeah.
Y'all mean y'all turned that down? Why?"
Yeah, folks were when Triple H came out, folks were booing Triple H.
Yeah.
They were booing Triple H. They was saying,
Yeah,
"You effed up,
absolutely.
you effed up." Like they
Yep.
were booing him, and not John Cena.
Yep.
They were booing him.
No.
So again, like I said,
No.
the match was not bad. So go back and watch the match. The match was not bad. It was a good match. The whole PLE on a whole was not a bad PLE because it showcased the NXT guys, which is what John Cena wanted. But it was a glorified house show. That's really what it was. It was a glorified house show. So it's like we knew what the results were going to be. It was like nothing different was going to happen. And that's been my biggest issue with this Saturday night's main event. You have not given people a reason really to watch that PLE. Like they're promoting it for January. But why am I going to watch it?
How's it different than any other PLE?
Well, but
or Raw or SmackDown? How is it different?
But that's what I mean. It's not. But that's what you're not giving me a reason to tune in because nothing happens on these shows. The only reason why most people tuned in was because this was John Cena's last match. That's the only reason why people were tuning in. Outside of that, you don't really have a reason to tune in because nothing's going to happen on these shows.
Yeah.
So
terrible,
man. Terrible. Let's move on. So the tag team match between the Usos and the New Day. Of course, it was going to be a great match. They have great chemistry. They've been battling it out for years and years and years on end. Great match, predictable match. I knew the Usos was going to win the match. I don't really have much else, really.
Yeah, there's not much else to talk about.
No.
They're still coming out to Jey Uso's music as a tag team.
Yo, I noticed that too. They gotta fix that.
They just don't know. They're not going to fix it because they don't know what to do. They don't know what they're doing. They said, okay, this guy is over. So we're going to keep the music. We're going to keep the whole intro thing because the crowd likes that. But we don't believe in him to be a solo competitor. So we're going to keep everything but that.
Yeah.
He's gonna put him back to being in a tag team, but we're gonna keep the music and the intro and all that.
Like, we believe in you, but just right here in this tag team. Like, yeah, let's
that's it.
put some lifeblood back in the tag team. Because again, the company fumbled the tag team from jump. So now we got like, okay, Jay, we need you to go and, bring some excitement back to the tag team. Come on, fam.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
It's bad.
It's crazy. Okay. So I will say this. I do like seeing the New Day compete. I do like seeing the New Day on my show, but they have them as heels. They're not gonna have them win against Jay. So we already know what's gonna happen, especially with the whole AJ and Gunther situation right now. Dragon Lee and AJ probably gonna drop the titles at some point to the Usos. It's gonna happen. It's just about when it's going to happen, but it's most likely going to happen. All right, so we got the Kabuki Warriors with their video package. Of course, it was cut in Japanese. I loved it. I know you hated it.
There was a video package?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
With the Kabuki Warriors?
I didn't even see that.
You didn't see that? Yeah. They was cut in Japanese, and I loved it.
See it.
I know, and I put on my notes, Lord Thapheus is going to hate it.
I didn't even see it.
Lord. Yeah, but it was good. They were just, calling out Rhea, EO. They're the champions, all that jazz. But, nothing really spectacular about it. Then I believe there was another video package regarding the Vision showing the Masked Man interfering from last week and where Rey Mysterio with LA Knight, and we'll get into that we'll get into more of the Masked Man later on in this episode. Backstage, Logan Paul was talking to Paul Heyman, so we had the Vision there, asking if he knew who the Masked Man was. Heyman said no. And Braun Breaker was pretty much fired up back there, said that he wants CM Punk, and Paul Heyman said, just chill out. You'll get your chance to get at CM Punk, but I do like that Braun Breaker was fired up. So I like that development. And then we got what was next? Oh, okay, the ladies. So we had Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. They come out to the ring for a match. Well, not for a match. It was coming out for a promo. And then Rhea got misted by Asuka. Kabuki Warriors beat both Rhea Ripley and Io Sky down. We already know it's setting up a tag team match between these ladies. We know it's going to be a good match. Whenever it goes down, it's going to be a good match. It's probably setting up for January 5th for the 1 year anniversary for Raw on Netflix. So it's probably going to be around that time.
Yeah.
All right, and then we get into the.
I actually was happy when they got attacked because I was not looking forward to a promo. I saw they had on street clothes, so I knew they weren't dressed to wrestle, and I was like, oh, they're gonna go in there and cut a mid promo. So I was happy to see. That's the only reason why I was happy to see the Kabuki Warriors, to be honest. Yeah.
Hey. Like I said, I like the Kabuki Warriors. I like that,
I
they
like
attacking
them, but
whoever.
it's just I'm tired of this same thing over and over again.
Because not enough teams. It's because it's not enough teams. The only teams that you're showing us on Raw is Rhea, Io, Bailey, and Lyra, and the Judgment Day. That's it.
Yeah. I would rather see Liv and is it Raquel?
Oh, Roxanne.
Roxanne, yeah. I would rather see Liv and Roxanne feud with the Kabuki Warriors.
I would too. Yeah. We've already done this. We already been through this. So it's like, let's get some other teams in here. I agree. All right. And so next we got the women's IC title match, Maxine Dupree and versus Ivy Nile for the women's intercontinental match. I thought it was okay. I don't see why Ivy Nile was able to get a title shot. I have not seen her. See, this is my biggest issue. You having these ladies come out here.
But I like Maxine Dupree. I've always liked her.
Yeah.
I think she has all of the intangibles. She tells stories. I believe her. The only thing I want to hear her talk, but she's getting away with not talking and still winning me over for some reason.
She is.
She just has a presence about her.
Yeah. She has a great look.
So,
she has a great look. You see that she's improving. She's getting better in the ring. She still is a little rough around the edges for me, but you can see that she's improving. But I would prefer to have these other ladies that it'd be a reason why you're coming at her. Like I just want to see progression with the other the other women and with Maxine. So,
Right.
but overall, good match.
I like her.
Yeah, overall, good match.
Stick a mic in her hand and let her fail.
Yeah.
Or succeed. But
Yep.
I think that's the only missing piece for her right now.
Yep.
She's doing a good job.
No, I agree 100%. All right. Let's jump into CM Punk. CM Punk comes out, he cuts a promo on Braun, and
I didn't like the promo.
You didn't?
No.
Continue.
One thing I don't like is you come out there, you take the WWE emblem or the Raw emblem off of the mic, like you're about to cut this pipe bomb, and your promo was mid. You didn't really say much. That's not the CM Punk that I watched back in the day. Whenever that emblem came off of the mic,
Yeah.
that means he was about to say something, and he didn't say anything. So I didn't like his promo. I don't like this iteration of CM Punk. Something needs to happen where he goes back to, he gets a beat down, something happens where he goes back to what he used to be.
And and the only way that's going to happen is if Braun comes out for that match and destroys CM Punk. Destroy CM Punk and takes that title from him.
That's what needs to happen.
And have CM Punk chase Braun. And he has to tap back into that old CM Punk. That's the only way it's going to work.
Yeah.
That's the only way it's going to
They're
work.
not going to do it, though.
They're not going to do it.
They're going to mess it up. But that's what needs to happen.
They're not going to do it. You know they're not going to do it.
I have no faith in them, but that's exactly what needs to happen. New music, new look, dark. Still can be a face, but an edgy face.
Yep.
Yeah, he's lost his flair.
Yeah, I agree. You know what? I agree. It was mid. He had some good one-liners. He came at the Steiners and talked about his father, talked about his uncle. He had some good one-liners, but overall, it was mid. I agree. Braun needs to squash Punk, in my opinion. It doesn't even need to be like a back and forth one. It needs to be Braun comes in, spears him like 4 times and pins him.
No.
Move on.
No. Punk is still a face, but I think that Braun needs help to help. Braun needs to beat him with help, but they beat him down really bad. It has to. He's a heel. Heels can't win clean.
No, but
he has to beat him with help.
No, but what I'm saying is, no, Braun needs to beat him. He needs to beat him by himself.
No.
And squash him. That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. Not like LA Knight with how they beat him down.
He's a heel.
Yeah.
You can't do that. No, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can.
Heels cheat to win, bro. You can't just squash that.
Why not? That's how CM Punk can tap. But that's how CM Punk would be able to tap back to the old.
He needs Paul Heyman. He needs Paul Heyman ringside. He needs Jake Paul ringside. He needs Braun Strowman ringside.
Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed ringside. He needs a bunch of help, and then after he beats him, they all jump him and beat him up, send him off in a stretcher, and then he comes back as the straight edge CM Punk that says anything that he wants to say and does anything that he wants to do. Right now, he's PG Punk.
Well, he's been PG Punk.
Yeah, we don't like PG Punk.
Yeah, we don't like PG Punk. He's been PG Punk. But no, but I think he needs to. I think Braun needs to squash him. They can still do the beatdown after, but I think Braun needs to just spear him up a few times. 1, 2, 3, done. Get him out of here. And then the division can beat him down. He goes away for a little bit. He taps back into that 2011, 2012 because CM Punk claims that he's already there. He's not. But I like when CM Punk is chasing versus him having the title. That's just my opinion. But
Yep.
But yeah, but let's we can move forward from that. We wasn't feeling that promo, but you guys tell us what y'all think. If we're wrong, was CM Punk's promo mid? Did y'all like it? Did y'all not? Let us know in the comments. All right, let's move on. What was next? Was it Judgment Day next?
Yeah, backstage promo with Judgment Day.
Yep. Okay, so apparently JD McDonough got injured. I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
I didn't hear nothing. I didn't know what happened.
Probably non-wrestling related, maybe working out or something.
Yeah, because I was like, I didn't see him in no matches.
Because he didn't have a match. Yeah, he didn't have a match over the weekend, did he?
No, I didn't see him in no match.
Yeah.
So JD's out. Speedy recovery for JD. I do like JD McDonough. And Finn Balor was out as well. So Raquel was preparing for her match with Stephanie. She said she didn't want no help from the Judgment Day ladies. And then Liv was saying that her and Roxanne are gonna focus on the tag team titles. Now my thing is, how you gonna say that you're gonna focus on the tag team titles when y'all could have went and beat up the Kabuki Warriors like all the other ladies be doing. They didn't do that. I thought that was strange.
Yeah, they didn't come.
They didn't come
They didn't
out.
come out last night.
No.
But I like Liv. Liv is making Judgment Day lit. They
Yeah.
were always lit, but she's adding an extra little flair to them. I like her.
Agreed.
I'm interested to see where she goes. And I said this last time. I like how they're kind of using her sparingly. They're not just pushing her into a match. She hasn't
Yeah.
even had a match yet. She's been back 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
Because she debuted at the last PLE, right? With Cena. When she
Yes.
kicked Cena. So she hasn't even had a match yet. But she's adding to the show.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
Did
Yeah,
you
I need more. I want to see more of her.
Did you see the commercial that they did for WrestleMania back in
Yeah,
Vegas?
I saw that.
And you saw that they highlighted her?
I saw that, yeah. It seems like the female version of that promo is way more females. Like when they did the male one, it was just Rock, Punk,
Roman,
Cody, Roman,
Paul Heyman,
and that was it.
and I think Heyman and was it Heyman and Triple H?
I'm just talking about the people sitting around
Yeah,
the table.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Heyman and Triple H were kind of standing
Yeah.
up, but just the guys around the table, it was
Yeah.
only like
It was like
4 people.
versus the women.
What does that say? It's like 8. It feels like it's like 8 of them. And
It
they
was
keep
like-
bringing more.
Yeah, it was like Io Sky, Charlotte, Jade Cargill.
It's a lot of women around that table.
It was a lot. It was a lot. And then
So,
they added
yeah.
Liv. And Liv got added in because it wasn't
They
Liv at
added
first.
her, yeah.
They added her in.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
hey
I
man.
peeped that. So, yeah, WrestleMania promo early.
Yes. I feel like that's kind of telegraphed, making it seem like Liv about to win the Royal Rumble for the women and then go on to WrestleMania. That's just what I think personally.
Yeah.
Reckless speculation out here.
Yeah, and I'm interested in what she's doing because she was very quick to let her teammate say, I'm going for a championship. And then she was like, all right, well, I'll just go for a tag team. Since you're going for that, we'll go for the tag team belts,
Yeah.
and then we'll all be champ. She was very quick to do that. But she's been giving little faces here and there, like she's up to something.
Oh, she is.
But there's like
100%.
slowly telling the story. Yeah. Because why would you be so supportive? She seems like the type that wants to go for the big belt, not for a
Yes,
tag
you
team.
know she does. But that's
Right.
I like her. I like her not having to like outright say it. You can see it
She's
by
playing
her
nice.
mannerisms.
Yeah.
You can see
Yes.
see it. You can see the seeds being
Yes.
planted already.
Yes.
So you know
She's telling a story.
she's telling
Yep.
she's telling the story. She's
Yep.
she's another
Yeah.
one that's maximizing on the minutes that she has. Yeah.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'm really interested in Judgment Day moving forward. They
Yep.
got me kind of locked in.
I
So,
agree. I'm with you. I'm locked in too. I'm locked in. All right, so let's jump into the Raquel Rodriguez and Stephanie Vacar match.
mhm.
I
Yep.
thought it was a really good match. I really
Yeah.
like Raquel. I mean, I
Yeah.
love Stephanie Vacar from
Yeah.
before. Raquel is killing it. You know, she's
Yes.
really, when they talk about, fighting like a big man or like a strong woman, she has
Mhm.
it. She has the look for me. Great match back and forth. I was so pissed when it ended with this double DQ because of Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
I was pissed.
I like that.
I was
I liked it.
pissed.
Let me tell you why.
Tell me,
why.
please.
I would rather see that than have Raquel lose, which
She don't
is
need to
probably
lose
going to
again.
happen.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't going to be a title change on a random Monday Night
No.
Raw like that.
No,
So
no,
we
no.
knew she was either going to lose and I was dreading it. I was like, dang, they're going to have her lose. That's going to bring her stock down. I was glad when Nikki came out. So she didn't lose. You know what I mean? Like I could have won that match if this other girl didn't come in. So I like it keeps her stock, and also it saves Stephanie as well. So
Yeah.
everybody kind of walked away looking good.
Well, I
at the
mean, we
end,
know
so.
it's probably going to lead to a triple threat match between these three ladies.
Yes.
My thing is like,
yes.
why Nikki Bella? You couldn't get somebody else? Why Nikki? Why Nikki?
You don't like Nikki.
Bro, I don't like the
I
position.
don't mind Nikki.
I don't like the way the position
I
they
don't
slot
mind.
her in. Because I just don't like where they
Yeah.
put her in. I'm like, what is Nikki bringing to the table? Like, she hasn't won no matches, Brethren. Like, what has she done? She's been losing.
I think she's doing a decent job being a heel. And I agree, there's not a whole lot of substance there.
Zero.
I guess I think she just needs a job, and they're just slotting her in where they, you know what I mean? They're just slotting her in where they can put her. Honestly, they just like,
She just
hey,
needs a
Nikki Bella's
job.
back. Let's just slot her in this storyline and
Oh
keep
my
this thing
God.
going.
You are a menace. She just needs a job. You funny.
Yeah. She's a diva from back in the day. She came back. I would love to see her sister come back too.
Yeah.
Just for at least for a few months, you
Yeah.
know, just for a run. But they just slotting her in, man. They don't know where else to put her.
I don't know. I feel like they could have used Nikki Bella. I don't have an issue with the person or the wrestler of Nikki Bella. I just don't like I don't like the story that they're giving her. I just don't like where they slotting her in. It's just that's just my thing.
Don't look to them for a story, man. Just
wow, yeah, we know.
don't look to
them for no stories.
They just slotting her in, bro. That's all they're doing, slotting her in.
My God. All right. I believe the next there was I know there's a segment backstage with Adam Pearce and Javon Evans.
Yeah. Paul Heyman first, where he was trying to get him to tell him who the mask.
Yes.
Mask.
And he was like,
and Paul Heyman was like, Bob Backlund.
Yeah.
I don't know who
I don't know.
What you want me to say? He was like, it's Seth Rollins. No, it's this person. No, it's that person. No, it's Bob Backlund.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. Get out of here, bro. I don't know. Like, yeah.
That was a funny
and
thing.
I think Adam Pearce was like, yeah, it's convenient that he's working in your favor. He was like, look, we'll take all the help we can get. We'll take it. So, yeah, Adam Pearce is talking with Javon Evans. I would definitely say from the Saturday Night's main event, definitely check out that match with Javon Evans and Leon Slater. That was a good match. It looks like Javon Evans may have gotten called up from NXT, which I think that's a good look for him. Bringing like some different wrestlers in was because a lot of people like online been saying to throw him in a SmackDown. I'm like, no, don't put him in SmackDown. Put him in Raw. Let him mix it up with some different people, some different wrestlers. So it looks like he's gonna have a match with one of the Americanos, which I know it's Pete Dunne. That's who it is, but it's Rayo Americano. So it's probably going to be a good match next week. So we'll see. We'll see what's up. And what else we got? Okay, now we can jump into the main event. We're at the main event. We're at the main event already. This is what I don't like, and I'm gonna talk about it right now. I hate these holding patterns, man. I hate we're just holding it. I understand it's the holidays. We get into the holidays and everything, but I just don't like when it's these holding patterns and you could tell like we're not doing as much as we can do because football and all that. If I'm running this company, if I'm running WWE and I'm creating a show, I'm making it so you have to come tune in. They're not making it so you have to tune in. The only reason why people tuned in really was to see if Gunther was going to be there. They got that. But how many people really stayed and watched the entire episode? Not that many folks. You know what I mean?
And you know why? Because it's something I've been saying for a very long time. They don't have stars. They don't have stars.
I've been trying to fight you on this for a while, but I'm gonna have to jump in with you. I agree. I have to agree. It's the truth, and you can just tell. It's sad. It's not good. It's not good. They gotta WWE as a whole needs to do some. They have to do some drastic work. They got to do some real drastic work. And I've been listening to like to Fightful and to a lot of the other podcasters. And the other thing that they were talking about with the John Cena retiring, it's like that's a big hole that no one's going to be able to fill for a while of John Cena actually leaving. Like this is a big turning point for WWE now. Because we had this whole year where people were tuning in more because they wanted to see John Cena and what he was doing or whatever. Now John Cena is gone. So who's now filling that hole?
Yeah. It's rough. It's rough.
It's rough.
It's rough over there.
If WWE doesn't do something drastic, they're gonna lose a lot of viewers. It's bad.
And even the people that we could kind of say are top tier or not mid-carders, even they need some work. Like I like Jake Paul, right? But even he's still missing certain pieces. He puts on good matches, but he's still he's still learning. He's still missing certain pieces.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not all the way there yet.
No, he's not.
So they give a lot of they're giving pushes to a lot of people, but only I would say only Gunther.
Yeah.
And then Mysterio.
Yeah.
You know, Dominique.
Yeah.
Those are really the only two people that I could for sure say, hey, these guys, eventually they're going to be at the top of the card, like really running the show. Braun Breaker is another one, but he's like Logan Paul. He's still missing, he's still getting there. He's still figuring it out. He cut a good promo. They finally put the mic in his hand. I'm pleased with that. He's showing that he can cut promos. He's showing that he can, tell stories. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, but to your point, let them sink or swim.
It's rough.
Give them the ball and see what they do with it. Give them the ball and see what they do with it. That's the only way they're gonna be able to learn.
Got Roman coming in every 3 months and then leaving, coming back to a big pop, leaving. Yeah. Cody Rhodes is like, I feel sorry for Cody Rhodes because this is supposed to be the time where he's supposed to be feuding with the best.
Yes,
like the best of the best, but he has no one to really
nobody there
feud with.
That's why That's why they gotta keep.
It's almost like a waste of a run.
Yo,
for real.
But
he's in the prime of his career. Later on in his career, he's having a lot of success.
Yo.
And he should be feuding with the best and the best storylines, main eventing. He should be that, but there's no one else to pair him with.
And we've talked about this before. That was my whole point. WWE keep relying on these moments. Yes, Cody's the champion, but what if you don't have nobody for him to compete with? What's the point? And I think I was listening to I think it was Fightful. I can't remember, but they was basically talking about, and you remember, and we talked about this before, the time when there was so many main eventers. You had so many main eventers that you could just slot in somebody at any given moment, from Undertaker to even Kane, Triple H.
It's called
Shawn Michaels, all those
the
guys.
Attitude Era.
I know what you're talking about, but even going into Ruthless Aggression, you had John Cena, you had Edge, you had Kurt Angle, you had The Rock, you had
that was the leftovers of the Attitude Era. So they still had a run.
But
The Rock and Stone Cold left, the Big Dogs left, but they still had Undertaker. They still had a lot of good people.
But my point is, you had multiple main eventers at the same time. We don't have that right now. We don't have that.
No.
We haven't had that for the past few years. We don't have multiple guys that are just there. They're not there yet, or they're on their way there, but they're in that mix that you could slot them in at any. We don't have that on both shows, and that's bad.
And I said it before, I'm going to say it again, people. If you take the top quote-unquote stars from this era and you drop them in the Attitude Era, they go straight to the bottom of the card. They'll sink. They will sink. Back then, it was just too much talent, bro. Even the mid-carders back then were just, they were in storylines. They were, it was just a different time, man. It's rough.
Yeah.
It's rough.
It is.
But yeah, this match actually, and I don't know if you agree with this or not, I actually thought this match was pretty decent.
Yeah.
Thought the match itself was pretty decent.
I thought it was.
Rey Mysterio and Jake Paul.
It got a little rough.
It wasn't bad.
It got a little rough with Logan Paul, a little bit, but Rey Mysterio, he's a ring general, so he's gonna do what he does to make his opponent look good, which I feel like he did.
And that he did.
Yeah.
100% he did that. So yeah, I thought it was a good match. And then of course the Vision came out. And it's funny because as soon as they came out, CM Punk came out right behind them.
With a chair.
Like, were they all standing in gorilla? Was he hiding behind the corner in
Y'all
gorilla?
go out and then we gonna come out behind you.
They didn't even get halfway to the ring. He just came right behind them. Like, well, yeah.
I thought the same thing. I was just like, he was right behind y'all. Y'all didn't feel that?
That was kind of funny.
Man, I was thinking the same thing. And he hit them both with chairs, and then they both and then all of them go out to back. It looks like they went right back to the gorilla. But so the mask man. Actually, no, before that, Paul Heyman hits Logan Paul. Well, gives Logan Paul the brass knuckles. There was a little scuffle there. Rey Mysterio was able to get the upper hand, hit the 619. Well, yeah, he hit the 619 on Logan Paul, but the masked man came out, hit Rey with the curb stomp. Logan Paul was able to follow up with the frog splash, and he got the win on Rey Mysterio. So that's a feather in Logan Paul's cap that he beat a Hall of Famer like like Rey Mysterio. I think that's good on Logan Paul. And then we get the Masked Man. He comes in, does his thing. He goes to he gets ran out. Yeah, he runs out. I knew something was up because we can actually see the person's you can see his skin color, so we knew there was going to be a reveal. And also, and I forgot to mention, Adam Pearce telegraphed it technically when he was talking to Paul Heyman. He said, "I want to know the identity of the Masked Man tonight." And I was like, "Huh?
Yeah.
Are they going to do the reveal tonight?" And then we saw the reveal, and the reveal was Austin Theory, which I think that fell flat. It already was rumored that it was Austin Theory. People have been speculating it's Austin Theory, and it is Austin Theory. So
here's the thing with me. How do people, is information being leaked out? Because I don't even know who Austin Theory is. I'm a casual fan,
Yeah.
so this is my first time seeing this guy. Who is he? NXT? Like, who is this guy?
He was NXT.
On the main roster?
He was NXT. He was called up to the main roster. He was actually on Raw during the pandemic time.
Oh, so he's been around.
He's been around. He's been around for a while.
So did he get injured or where's he been?
No. So he was just one of those. He was a Vince guy. Let me say it like that. He was a Vince guy. He was one of those. He was one of those casualties that Vince had something for you, but Triple H had nothing for you. It was just really one of those things. So the reason why
did the whole world know that this was, because ever since the PLE everybody was saying Austin Theory, because
they were looking at his body type. They was looking at his body type. They were just like, oh yeah, that's Austin Theory. Which honestly, I was like, I don't even know how y'all know this is Austin Theory, but good on y'all, because y'all were right.
Yeah. Interesting.
But yeah, so Austin Theory has been linked to Seth Rollins because of this is when Seth Rollins was doing the Monday Night Messiah thing, and he had Austin Theory and Buddy Matthews was with him as well. So it was those two guys that were his henchmen during the pandemic time. And then I think he left the group, and then he went back to NXT, and he was with The Way with Johnny Gargano and those guys. And then they brought him back up on the main roster, and he was just recently in a tag team with Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller is that other member of, well, he's not really a part of the New Day, but he's with the New Day. So that was his tag team partner. So from what I was reading is that he's not, it looks like there's going to be some other members or other Masked Men members. So maybe, hopefully they create their own group versus Austin Theory joining the Vision. But I'm curious to see what they do. I do like that it's going to be Austin Theory, a more serious. Hopefully it's going to be a more serious, because they kind of had him be a little bit more playful, and it's one of those things that once Vince knew that you were funny, like you were a funny character or you were a funny wrestler, and you don't want that. But hopefully they give him a more serious role, because he's been playing the comedic role for a while.
Who? Austin?
Austin Theory, yeah.
Gotcha.
Because he was also Money in the Bank. He won Money in the Bank one time, and he cashed it in on the U.S. champion versus the world champion. It was very weird. It was a weird time, Bridget. Gotcha. It was a weird time. But yeah, hopefully they do something with Austin Theory. Again, I have no faith in WWE at this point. You have me interested to see what you're going to do with him. Hopefully that creates his own group, because
it looks like he's a part of the Vision.
That's what it looks like. But hopefully that's not what happens.
So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But while Austin Theory is revealing himself in there, I think CM Punk gets into the ring, and Braun Breaker hits CM Punk with a spear to close out the show, and says, "If you ever talk about my family again," I think he said, "if you ever talk about my family again, you'll never walk again," or something like that. He said off mic,
something to that effect.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, that's
I thought the ending was a little underwhelming.
It was.
Yeah,
it was. And see, and we talked about is you wanted this to play out longer, because you like this Masked Man situation. You wanted it to play out longer.
I kind of liked it. I liked it. Yeah, I liked it because it was new. It was different.
Yeah. WWE, man, they don't be sticking the landing like they should. I don't know, bro. But again, we're holding until hopefully something happens at the year anniversary of Raw on Netflix. Hopefully something happens on that show. And then we're really just on the road to WrestleMania. So we know something's gonna happen at Royal Rumble. No. and then we're back on the road.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that is your Raw review on Calling in the Ring. Yeah. Anything else we want to talk?
That was it.
That's it.
Nothing else, man. It was another lackluster show. The highlight was, of course, the Gunther. The intro was the highlight.
Yeah.
And then everything else was just mid, to be honest. And so,
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Well, WWE, man. Hate them or love them. I don't know. But that's another episode of Calling in the Ring. Be on the lookout for more content from us. We'll be back before the new year with another episode. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and let us know what you think. Leave a comment, guys. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you don't like. Let us know. We want to hear from you guys. Until next time, Call in the Ring. We're out of here.
Call it in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the main event is here. Ladies and gentlemen, the main event is here. Call it in the ring.
Call it in the ring. Call it in the ring.
Welcome to Two Kings TV. This is Call It in the Ring, not just another wrestling podcast.